Hey everyone, and welcome to the roll tier list for BetterTOS 2 version 1.3.1. I'm glad I held off a little bit on this. I was about ready to record it before the next update rolled around. And so this is going to be kind of an updated. You see that we are completely blank. Completely blank slate to start off. So, this one's going to be a long one. Strap in. Here we go. We're going to start with Sheriff. Originally I had Sheriff at F. I'm actually going to put Sheriff D. With all the neutral pariah roles being able to be considered sus, Sheriff ends up being pretty useful. Not as useful as other TI, but I think it's fine to put Sheriff in D tier for now. Speaking about things that aren't fine, we got Baker. Still, it's a higher F. It's a higher F. But it still is not wonderful for. And you think, oh, it's the same as Potion Master, yada yada blah blah blah. You're not wrong in that. I just feel that it's not as useful to Coven. Unless, like, you're using the Berserker to whack a veteran or a trap. And again, that's really niche. You can reveal. I'm actually going to put in D now. I think it deserves it. Just the ability to reveal and get information, I think, is useful. Things that aren't useful. High Inquisitor. You're still really relying on others to do your work for you. Doomsayer, similar to OG, or Vanilla, back up to D tier. We already know Pirates F tier. We already know Vampires F tier. We already know Shrouds F tier. Those are ones that have not changed. We know Dreamweaver's F tier. In the back, I'm putting Pariah Party. Corner gets popped up to D tier. And we got voted Pariah Party. Let's go. Trapper, D tier. Amnesiac, F tier. These are just kind of like the same. Admirer. And Executioner. That covers the previous F tier roles. So, you know, some things got better. Tavern Keeper, D. Recruits in the back. Retributionist, D. Kind of similar to Vanilla. Jackal, D. That has not changed. Oh, we are a recruited. We're recruited with 1. Which makes... makes things interesting. Arsonist. I think I had Arsonist in F. And I think I will actually put it in D, under the impression that there are more chances for more Arsonists to spawn in BetterTOS2. Werewolf still D. Banshee, I'm sorry. I like Banshee. I have to put Banshee in F because it really doesn't affect enough. Wildling also ends up in F because Whispers are not as useful because the game modes are too chaotic. Ooh, here's a big one. In the new Investigator, I'm gonna stick it in B tier. And here's why. Not a lot of people know how to play around it right now, which is, fair. Fair. But it forces people to talk. And that's needed pretty badly. Deputies actually firing. Let's go. Trickster. We talked about this in the previous one. Trickster's sitting at B tier. It's actually becoming a better TP than most other TP. Veteran's gonna sit at C tier. And the role that I'm at doesn't do very good. I'm just gonna do that. New spy. We're gonna set the new spy at C for now. It's better. It could be a little bit more better. Monarch C. The voting, again, it's just so chaotic. Voting's not as useful. Poisoner with the book is good. Oracle actually is going back down to C tier. Bodyguard ends up in D. Cleric ends up in C. Vigilante ends up in C. Serial Killer ends up in C. Jinx ends up in C. A lot of similarities, which makes sense, right? Plague Bear ends up in D because it's just basically another arsonist. Necro, as we know, is A. Warlock. And you'd think a Warlock would be better. It isn't. Soul Collector also sits there too. Voodoo. Again, voting is not as important. You know what is unimportant? What is important though? The Seer. Deputy. We just shot a deputy shoot. It can be good. It's definitely not as good as regular Pross. Pross is actually going to ass. Medusa. We talked about this previously with Medusa. The stoned is just not as useful, especially how chaotic it is. It's chaotic, so Enchanter actually gets benefits. Psychic gets benefits. Here rolls Marshall. Judge sits solidly at B. I'm actually going to put Hexmaster to C because the games are just too fast. I'm dead in the back. Cursed Souls. Cursed Souls is still pretty good. Illusionist is back down in C. Let's not kid ourselves. Marshall is going off in the back right now. Marshall's ass. Ritualist A still. Witch is A still. Tracker A. I think Lookout's way too important to be dropped down. Berserker's setting itself up for B. Mare's setting itself up for A. Jailer's setting itself up for S. The rest of these are S's. We got Coven Leader and Jester. And of course, we got Star Spawn and Potion Master. This is a more reasonable list, in my opinion. You can't see the Illusionist. I'm gonna die. Such a fun game. And so there's your tier list. A lot of it isn't surprising. That is all for me. I hope you enjoy. A little more kind of like relaxed working on the tier list. Just to update it. And we will catch you again for another, at some point, Huda Badada.